Obviously, work from home or remote working is not a new trend. It's not a new thing. It's something that's happening in various companies and various employees for more than a decade. The catalyst for this way of working was technology. Technology offered the connectivity, the ability to work from everywhere. The accelerator for this megatrend to become a megatrend around the world was COVID pandemic. So since that period, the trend for work from everywhere, it's something that we face every day, and it's a new reality that affects the lifestyle of the people there. Obviously, the impacts are quite wide, but speaking about real estate, we are discussing about changing needs of the users, changing needs of the tenants. So office space becomes more agile, more flexible. You need to provide certain technology solutions in order for the companies and employees to work from everywhere. And at the same time, it requests infrastructure in terms of IT, cloud services, and so on to be able to materialize this change. Investors and developers are aware of these demands of the tenants, obviously. They're trying to adapt their products. The same is happening in Greece. The new generation of buildings is taking into account this megatrend. Luckily, during the crisis in Greece, we didn't have many office developments specifically, so we didn't add stock that is outdated in terms of specifications. Obviously, we have the old stock that is outdated, but the new stock that's being constructed follows that rule. Speaking about the Greek office market, because office market in Europe or in the US is synonymous to collapse these days. Why? Because these metropolitan areas are oversupplied with offices, and the work from home acceleration affects these properties. However, the main problem is not really the work from home trend, but the ESG requirements. Older generation buildings do not meet ESG and other requirements, and they become obsolete. Work from home is not the trend that affects offices per se. What's happening in the Greek reality? The Greek market is in a different part of the cycle compared to the other markets. The Greek market has a shortage of quality office space. For instance, if we take into consideration the statistics, we have something like 1,100,000 Class A office space, while in Bucharest, a city that is smaller than Athens and started evolving the last 20 years, they have something like 3.4 million square meters of Class A space. So we are clearly undersupplied. What we see and what will be the future of the offices in Greece and in Athens, we're going to have a polarized market. We're going to have the Class A office stock that's quite limited, but it meets the requirements of the users, and the other stock, whatever that stock is. So this will create some dynamics that will affect pricing, will affect values, and the market will be towards that direction. What will happen in the less attractive segment of the market? Buildings will be repurposed, and the rest that will remain, they will house the needs of those companies that cannot afford paying the 20s or 30s that the Class A buildings have.